Hello everyone. Today I'm joined by Jason Petch and we're sat here at the site of the old Queen's Pub in Barton. So welcome Jason, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well, thank you.
Super. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself? It's lovely to get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, thank you. I've been a builder for 31 years, taught by my dad. I've gone on to I've gone through life, paralysed for 6.5 years, got walking again, been homeless. I've gone through most things in life, most pain. But from that, it's given me great learning to be able to help other people, and we didn't want to waste that. So my idea come up 5.5 years ago to start to do this community centre side of things, but we didn't know how to do it at that point. And we just thought we'd got a lot. Well, I thought at that point, because it was just myself, I've got a lot to give to be able to help people that have gone through similar things. The building side, I can't wait to leave behind. 31 years, my body's starting to hurt a bit now. But, and you've seen, the sort of thing that we have to do as a builder, and it's not always that straightforward. So the 31 years is nearly my retirement from that point of view now.
Trying to listen to your body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're here today, and you've mentioned to me that you've got a business partner by the name of Dawn. Can you tell us a bit about her?
Yeah, Dawn has literally more or less come through exactly the same sort of lifestyle as me. She's 8-year-old. She's the 8-year-old of the partnership. She can connect to kids on a level that nobody I've ever sort of seen can.
Right.
She's a qualified social worker. Who turned her back on the traditional social work because she wants to get, before it gets to that point, she's more of a preventative sort of person. She wants to give kids fun. She wants to bring families to fun, to play with each other. Even the parents and kids need to get back into sort of creative play. You can create your future from play. And we think we're losing that a lot, and Dawn thinks she's got a lot of strategies in here she's the one that'll walk in and say, Jace, I know you're a builder, but can we? And it's at those words that I usually go and hide under the biggest hole I've got at that point, because I know what's coming. The idea for in here was only 2 weeks ago. So Dawn's constantly on the go with thinking, and she's always coming up with new ways and new ideas. And I've just got to keep up.
And of course she's a female, so may perhaps change her mind.
Absolutely. You can't change her mind once she decides. Absolutely not.
So she's the ideas, and you two work together to try and deliver these projects. And how you become to know each other?
Well, believe it or not, 2013 was the first time me and Dawn met. She was sat on her bottom step, and the chairman of South Ferriby Parish Council asked me to go around because there was a single mum of 4 kids that was struggling in the floods. And I said, of course I can. I went as a builder to South Ferriby to do uninsured homes for free to get them back up and running after the floods. And she was sat on the bottom step, bless her, started to cry and just said, I've lost all my kids' Christmas presents, all my kids' toys.
Devastating.
Absolutely devastating. And the next time I saw her was about a week later when I turned up with all the train sets for a little 2-year-old.
Wow.
We've got them all donated, so... And from there, we didn't speak for 2 years. Not because of, we just didn't speak. And then 3 years ago, she called me. She said, I'm in a really bad place. And I says, right, okay. I says, you better come over to I had a flat for that short period of time in Hull. She came over, and for 3 years, I think we've only not seen each other probably for 15 to 20 days. We're absolutely best friends. We laugh and mess about. Like I say, she's the kid. I sometimes have to be the adult in that sense and say, come on, Dawn, that's not really feasible. But Dawn, just like I say, we just best friends. If we fall out, we work out a way of immediately of making it work and that, and we apologise and it's done. And I think we've had about 4 fallouts in 5 years. So it's. We are absolutely inseparable in that sense. It's even hard now with her not being here at the minute, but like I said, she'll be back to have her in here because she lightens the place up, and there's a bit of atmosphere then.
Yeah, work quite well together then.
We do, we do.
So super. So me and Jason are sat here on the site of the old Queen's Pub for those for those listeners who know where their Queen's pub is down Queen's Avenue,
Queen
is it?
Street, yeah.
Queen Street, Queen's Avenue. And so tell us a little bit about the place.
Yeah, well, me and Dawn came to look at this first time 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we decided at that point that it wasn't going to work for us. We couldn't get the play frame in at the other end, which meant we couldn't really give Barton what Barton needed. So we went off on a tangent looking for industrial units, for this, for that, building after building after building. We then said, well, we can't do it. We can't find anywhere in Barton. We can't build a specialist unit because we haven't got that sort of funding. We'll go to Grimsby because there's some big buildings. Went to Grimsby, doesn't feel right. There was nothing about Grimsby felt right for us, so we come back, viewed here again a year ago.
Yeah.
Started to sort of turn around to her and say, look, we maybe can fit that in. I said, let's get the people in to see whether we can get everything in there.
Yeah.
They came up from Birmingham and measured up and said, it would work, but you would have to do this. And we looked at funding and we said, oh, yeah, even if I can do the building work for nothing, the finances are really not in our favour at the minute. Anyway, we come then in January this year, had to look around it again.
Yeah.
Had all the same people up. We had a property lady that we work with as well, Fiona Smith, and a security guy called Mike Lee from Hull. And I said, but if that goes in there, she went like, well, we can make that work.
Yeah.
And Dawn just kept whispering and just saying, we can make it work. We'll do it. And that was it. That was the turning point. Then we went through, obviously Dawn's going through for leases and everything on that side.
Yeah.
So we've now got, like I say, the lease option for 3 years with the option to buy in that 3 years, which we intend to do. We're putting a lot of money into getting this place turned around.
Yeah.
But the memories, like I said yesterday, it triggered from one person that come in and he was almost in tears, bless him, because his dad's wake had been here. I think it was his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
And you could just see it in his face. He was like, you know, but he was so proud of that. It was going to be reused. It was going to be reintroduced to the community. That sparked a conversation off on Barton Voice 2 last night that just went into everybody sharing the memories. And, you know, we've got, that's a dust, sorry. We've got people that met their husbands in here 34 years ago, and, you know, you just can't write them sort of stories.
Yeah.
We only found out yesterday it was used as a school in the early 70s. It was used as an extension to a church school.
Wow.
And there'd been a fire, which explains, like I said, the floorboards when I spoke to you earlier. We found charred floorboards, so we know exactly where the fire was. It was right at the other end. You know, and then delays-wise, COVID hit on, obviously, for everybody in March, the whole country. So that kind of slowed everything down. Materials disappeared. It was like, wow, we can't get anything anyway. We spoke to the landlord at that time and negotiated new terms. And then, like I said, about 2 weeks ago, he says, right, are we ready to go? And Dawn looked at me and I looked at her and I said, we better get on with it, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we're ready for coming out. And that's exactly where we're at. And so 2 weeks ago, the decision was more or less made, and from there we're in. And, yeah, we don't waste time.
Nah, super. So what are your big plans for this place? What's the end goal?
The end goal is bringing a whole Barton community together. We've made connections with taxi drivers who ferry the elderly about, because obviously they haven't got Facebook, social media. I'm not saying that everybody that's elderly hasn't got Facebook or social media, but a majority won't have. We'll be doing lunch and clubs with the young people, serving and talking and communicating, passing the old skills down as well for knitting, sewing. You know, I mean, I can sew a button on because of my grandma. I can cook because of my grandma. And that sort of thing, and I think that's really important to bring that side of the family back, because we've lost simple skills because everything's now, you know, fun, don't stitch a button on the trousers, or, you know. That side of it, but also to bring laughter. And we've got to bring laughter back into life. It's all about Xboxes and, you know, the family, the kids go upstairs, the teenagers go upstairs, they're on the Xbox. They come down for the tea, they grunt twice, they go back upstairs, back on the Xbox. But they'll talk to the mates through a headset for the next 6 hours, you know. And I think that, well, Dawn and I both believe that that's where things are starting to just go slightly awry. There's no communication.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to bring in. We want to bring people in so they come and eat a meal together. There's no, I'm not saying we're banning phones, but there's no phones to communicate and talk to each other. How's your day been? What's, you know, it's simple and but you know, it works.
Yeah.
Me and Dawn, you'll find us in Barton. We're always walking about. We talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody escapes us. You know.
Yeah.
Morning, how are you? Again, it was written on Facebook, but an elderly lady the other day, I walked up in my coat, it was like this, dull, overcast. And I'm not going to guess the lady's age because you don't do that, but walked past her and she looked down, she looked really sad, she looked like she was trapped, she looked like she was never going to see anybody again. And all I said to her was, I said, well, I've made a big mistake today, lovey. I said, I've got my coat on and it's over warm. And at that point, her face just smiled, it lit up, and all of a sudden there's someone talking to me. And it's that kind of thing that we need to bring. And, you know, it's so simple. So that's what it's about. We've got a diner at the front, an American diner at the front. Really bright and cheery. The first film apparently has got to be Grease. We've been told it's got to be Grease. We're putting a slide down screen at that end with a projector so we can watch the films for the kids and not just Grease because they might not be interested in that. But so the American diner side, and then it'd be like a drive-in movie.
Wow.
And that's in the middle room of the Queen's is going to be like a teenage hub. Where they can come in in the evening, chat and communicate, get the support that they need. We've got a lady Dawn and Sue, they both were specialists in sexual health as well. They did a lot of work in the community in Barton actually, from the hub originally, with sexual health. Everything on that side, teenage-wise, you know. Sue's got this tone, and it's like a mum tone. She can this teenagers just go, okay, what is it we now need to do?
Fall in line.
Yeah, fall in line, and we'll talk to you now. And Dawn's got through. There's kids calling her mum still after South Park. You know, South Park in Scunthorpe, which is a school where kids get chucked out of mainstream education, and there's kids still messaging Dawn, calling her mum. You was like our foster mum and that. You always looked out for us, and you know, these kids are 24, 25 now, and they still look at Dawn and it's like, wow, you actually sat there and all you did was talk to us. We didn't feel like cast outs, and that's what we're here to bring. And then we've got soft play. Soft play in the other end, that is the money generator along with the diner. To do this, we've got to have a financial way of supporting everybody we support. The traditional route is you put money in, you put forms in, you try to get funding. It's a fight, it's an argument. Then somebody else will get that one, and it's like all of a sudden these services disappear out of the community, and there's a lot of that's happened over the last 10 years. So we come up with a business module that actually works, because what we can do is that our business supports those families and those people. We've got food share coming into here. Tesco's, we're in communication with Tesco's. Then further from that, we're looking at putting a sensory room in for autistic children. Autistic writing and drawing nights, so that kids with learning difficulties can express themselves. Oh gosh, it's like, what isn't there in Come in here? There is quite literally. We will cater for everybody in Barton one way or another. Men in Sheds, we're actually working on a community farm in Barton as well, Andy Dowse. We've communicated, he's coming to fetch the sand from outside today and have a chat and have some dinner with me, but again, we can link in with that, and we're here to link in with everybody in the community as well. If there's businesses that would give a work trial to a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old just for a few hours or a couple of hours and just see whether that path's right for them, that'd be fantastic. You know, that'd be the best that the community could give back to us, is that. And, to be able to give us a chance and give some kids a chance to actually make a go of their lives, and before they actually get to the point where, you know, they go down the route that kids sometimes have gone. But you got to also forgive mistakes as well. Kids make mistakes, you know. When I was 13, I'll be totally honest, my granddad died. I I went off the rails for a year. If it weren't for a lovely police officer, I probably would have ended up in a lot of trouble. I did take my mum's car. Drove all the way to Edinburgh at 13 and then drove all the way back. Didn't like it, so I ended myself in. But that guy just said, this is grief. He said, you don't understand how to deal with it. He says, you're not dealing with it. I'm really close to my granddad. And it's another thing. Now, as a 47-year-old, I can look back and say, well, that was a life learning thing that I can use. And now I said to a kid the other day, oh, we climbed on your roof and broke the tiles. I said, did you? And then he went, I've just told you. And he said, he looked like he was in trouble. And I said, well, look, that's what could happen. You know, I damaged my back and damaged my spine, spent 6.5 years in a wheelchair off the roof. So I says, just be careful. And I says, don't do it really for your own sake. I said, because I don't want you in that situation. Because I was real, because I'd been there. Yeah, it sunk in, and that's what me and Dawn are. We're real. Well, all the team that we've got, not just me and Dawn, all the team. We're real people, and we've gone through real problems, and you know, we want to bring everybody together, but with a smile, rather than that side of it. You know, you can get through anything with a smile.
That's it. And human interaction, helping each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know. Right. Fantastic story. What sort of time scale have you given yourself? The big question.
Ask me that one. I knew that was coming, but we want to be open as soon as possible. That is the truth. We know that there's issues around opening this sort of facility with regards to the community and having a lot of people in one space, and that's still going to remain, I think, for the rest of this year. And that's not being negative; it's just truthful. Realistic. However, we do outreach and we do that, and we'll go and see people, and if people are depressed and people are struggling, we'll still do that side. We always will. Yeah. We'll do takeaways from the American diner. We'll fit in with government legislation. If we can get the dining side open, even if it's just takeaways at the minute, we'll get the security guy out going and talking to teenagers and explaining to them we may be able to set out the room so that we can have metre distances or 2 metre distances. Metres a little bit easier than what 2 metres was. So we'll fit in with COVID, but our aim is to get it done as quick as possible. Once we get the floor in there sort of down and it's safe, we've all got a lot more scope to work. I don't really want anybody else in here, not even Dawn, realistically, until that floor's safe, because you've seen the state of it. I mean, it's not good. So, that is the paramount job right now. I've checked all these floors; these are fine. Yeah. But so once the floor's out, once the floor's relaid and it's in there, then we can big it up a bit and get more people in, get on. But we'd love to see this place turned around in a couple of 3 months. Realistically, that's what we would love to see. Sort of by September, early September opening, and being there right on the ball. Yeah, that's what we're ready for. Yeah, absolutely.
Super. What's obviously for the listeners, I've been round with Jason a little bit, and it seems like there's quite a bit of work to do. What sort of work is involved to turn this place around?
Well, we've got, like I said, the floor is there isn't a floor. That's basically the ceiling. Obviously, we've had water coming in for 4 years, I believe, as far as I can gather from the local people around here. That there has always been holes in the roof in the last 4 years. So there's been water damage. It's took all the kitchen ceiling down. It's took the floor out. It's took the ceilings down. But in the main hall, or the main place that we're doing, the old function room for everybody that knows it, there'll be a soft place. So there's a structural floor going in. The ceilings will be sorted right up to the pitch. So we'll actually have a sloping roof in there. So it'll be a really big space, really light, airy, using the roof lights so that we can shed a load of light in there. Then the middle bit, like I said, is going to turn into a teenage lounge. So that's going to be more about decoration. The structure in there and the floor is absolutely fine. There's a little bit of floor to sort out because of hardboard, but it's nothing major. It just needs the carpets rolling back and a new hardboard putting down. I think that's more. Boiler, we've got a funny feeling that we're going to end up having to get a new boiler at some point because if it's been stuck for 4 years, you can more or less guarantee that there's going to be a few bits of it not working. We've got a Sparky. He come down to see me, Sean, the other day. So we had a good chat with Sean, and Yeah, he said, yeah. He says, I think I'll come and check it at every point, and that's what we need. You know, it needs checking because it's been empty.
Yeah.
You know, we've got pigeons in the loft that have made their home up there, so I need to make sure that all the electrics are safe and everything and that. And we don't want to open and then anything happen. And you know, so everything electrically will be checked, the fire alarms and everything.
Yeah.
And then in here, in this dining area, which is the front, we've got the chairs all to make. I've got them to make. Some of them are in. I've got the tables to make, worktops to fit, stools to put edging around, all the bars to sort out in red and white leather, red and cream leather, I think it is. A new disabled toilet at the front as well as the back. Painting the other end corridor, and all the work on the sensory room. Yeah. I don't quite know what she's doing with a little cloakroom at the minute. I think that's going to turn into a reading room that you walk through a wardrobe to get into.
Like Narnia kind of thing.
Narnia sort of thing. She did message me last night and say, well, I found a big wardrobe, Jason, we've been donated it. So I'm guessing that's where she's going with that. So I may end up having to put a wardrobe in there. And the outside, we're looking at painting the whole of the outside, not much different colour to this, but freshening it up. Yeah. All the windows are going to be re-glossed and re-sorted out. The glass is obviously going to be replaced. The roofs are all down to be done on Monday. The pointing on the gables is all down to be done. The car park will be marked out for 6 car parking spaces, 1 disabled space. There's the bin cupboard to build, the bike shed to sort out. We've got quite a bit of work. Yeah. You know, realistically, we've got quite a lot of work in here. But we've asked for artists because we want to do murals on the walls and everything and that. And we've got a couple of people that's already volunteered and everything to come and paint animals on the walls for us and that in the playroom. So community wise. Yeah, we'll probably be calling on people if they could come down and give us hand cleaning up, painting, that side of things. But like I said, the floor's got to be done first and it's got to be safe for people. And then we're in talks. I can't remember off my head, but there is a lady that deals with volunteer programme in Barton and we're in contact with them at the minute to try and get some volunteers in and everything. So, and Facebook, just keep watching Facebook because if we need anything, we'll ask. And we've had loads of donations of tins of half tins of paint and everything that we're going to mix together and it was absolutely fantastic. So we've ended up with a horse trailer full of paint at the minute. So I think we're going to have enough paint to actually paint this place.
Oh, that's good.
We got all masonry paint from Hull. I think it was something like £5 a tin. It's all Santex and it was all sort of, they said, we'll do it really cheap because of that. So so we've been fortunate so far.
Final question for me. Where do you find you on Facebook? What are you on Facebook?
Yeah, we've got a website that's an old website which is now being redeveloped. We've actually got somebody making us a brand new website to actually encounter there because it was all about supporting the community before. But it's www.creativityart, but it's creativity with CRE the number 8 IVIT arc.co.uk. Can I give my phone number? My number is 07895 309 145. Dawn's is 077. Hang on, no, maybe not go for that one because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But you can contact us that way. Facebook page is Creativity Arc. We're putting posts on. Barton Voice 2 and Barton Matters, the 2 Facebook pages. There's daily or bi-daily updates going on there every single, as often as we can. You'll see me probably doing a few Facebook Lives, but I'm not the most picturesque person, so I'll try not to do that too much, but I'm just me. And but there'll be a few Facebook Lives, and like I said, all the progress will be fully documented so everybody can see, and all we want to do is just come and make some more memories and some more dreams, and we think that this is the place for us all to do it as a community. And,
wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In getting this up and running. It sounds like it could be a real asset to the community. So I'm sure all the listeners and myself will be right behind it.
Thank you. Yeah, lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.